everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you an interesting feature if you're an HR or if you're a person who actually manage your employees in your company. This feature is a hidden one and this will actually save your time very well. Okay, so here I'm just going to talk about the customization inside the employee module of payroll section. Okay, so in many organizations, payroll calculation depends on the employee specific information such as we can say the allowance, incentives, transportation benefits, accommodation amounts, or any other payroll related values, right? So by default, Odoo provides standard employee information under your employee module. If I am just going to the employee module, I'll show you. If I'm taking my employee as Abigail Peterson, let me show you. Moving on to the payroll section, there we have the basic information that is actually given by Odoo, okay. But sometimes business need an additional field to store the payroll data. Like for a particular employee, we need to provide any kind of additional information like the transportation allowance, or we can say any kind of what we can provide. They we have overtime rate, okay, such kind of things will be adding in additional with. So here in Odoo 19, fortunately they we have a feature which is called add input, and you can simply customize your payroll session under your employee module without any kind of coding, without a developer and without a studio module. So that's the basic advantage. You can simply handle this in a very easy way. So there you can see this is our feature which is called add input. By clicking on this option, you can additionally add any kind of features or the fields that you need to available in a specific employee or in any kind of employees. Okay, so this is the thing. So before doing any input or selecting any input under an employee, we need to set up some configure option. For that kind of purpose, I'm just moving on to the payroll module because this particular salary input is actually connected with the salary rule. Okay, so moving on to the configuration, under there we have the rules. So you all know that what you mean by a salary rule. Salary rule is providing any kind of allowance or the salary structure, or we can say something like we need to calculate the payslip of an employee in every month to give the salary to them. So providing any kind of allowance, or we need to provide any kind of deductions or basic things, we need a kind of salary rule under a salary structure. So here I'm just taking the salary structure which is called regular pay, and I want to create a new salary rule under here. So clicking on the new button from here itself, this is the actual format that we need to fill up. So there you can see the rule name. So here I'm just going to provide a rule which is actually a transport allowance. So assume that your company, like inside your company, one of your what we can say, yeah, employee needs a new field under their employee payroll session to provide the transport allowance, and we need to calculate them under the payslip as well. So for that kind of purpose, I'm just going to create a salary rule because the salary input is connected with the salary rule. I'm just going to provide it as transport allowance. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I want to provide a code, which means I'm just going to provide it as TLW. Okay. TSPLAALW. Once I'm done with that, I just want to provide a category. So basically, this transport allowance is coming under the category which is allowance. Providing it, there we have the salary structure. So for each of the salary rule, there we have a salary structure. I'm providing it under the regular pay. There we have the sequence appears on pay slips, and it should appear on the pay slip. That's why we enable this option. It's done by Odoo default way. There you can see contribute to any employer cost, which means use it to compute the employer cost of a pay slip. We don't need that. And under the general information, there you can see here we have the conditions. So here is the important part. By moving on to the condition based on, we are not going to provide always true because this is not a simple kind of salary rule. We need to create this as a salary input. So clicking on the salary input session, now you can see the input that is actually displayed on employee or payslip. I'm selecting it as an employee side. Now you can see the section which is input. So it is always in input session. You can see this is the unit that is in a monetary quantity percentage and checkbox. Let it put in monetary because we can simply add what is that particular amount that we should to add as an allowance. And there you can see input description. If you want to explain when it's applicable to this kind of employee or something like that, you can additionally add a description. There we have a default value. You can simply set up a default value for all those employees for the transport allowance, like in this kind of limit or something like that. Okay, I just want to apply because for each of the employees inside my company, I want to provide a different transport allowance. There you can see depends on it is provided as non. We don't want to change anything from here itself. Once we are done with that, let's hit the save button. Okay, so we are actually created a salary input from here itself. We are customized one of them. And moving on to the employee itself, we have an employee module. And I'm just going to select the Abigail Peterson. Let it be like that. Moving on to the payroll, scrolling down, add input session. Now you can see that transport allowance is there under the input sign because before creating the salary rule under the salary structure, which is regular pay, we can't even find it. Okay, so here under the salary structure of this employee is what it's regular pay, and you can see that a rule will be allowed under that salary structure as well. I'm just going to select it. If you want to see that, you can see that. Okay, like where we have the contract type, there we have the contract type which is permanent, there we have the pay category which is employee as well. If I'm moving on to the pay category of employee, you can see the pay structure that I'm provided for the employee. There you can see it is regular pay. So under the regular pay, we provided a salary rule, which is actually the transport allowance is put as a salary input. Okay, once we are done with that, let me move on to the Abigail Peterson itself. And I can provide an amount for the transport allowance. So I'm just going to provide it as $200. Once I'm done with that, I'm just done with this. Okay, we have provided all the details from here itself. I'm just going to create a new payslip for Abigail Peterson. Now you can see the whole detail about that. There we have the pay run. There we have the regular structure, which means the salary structure. You can see this is the salary input side, and there we have the salary computation. And I'm just going to compute the sheet. Let me show you if that particular thing will be there or not. Under the salary computation side, there you can see the transport allowance is there. Okay, so the amount is there, which is 200. Okay, so that's how simply you can add a custom field like this kind of field, like allowance deduction or something like that under the salary input if your company is giving any kind of things to your employee. So I hope you'll understood this video. If you like this video, please do subscribe, share with your friends. I'll be back with another kind of video. Till that, bye bye.